What is going on, guys? My name is 4G. So today I wanted to make a full video going over the recent leaks when it comes to Chapter 1 returning very soon, because I wanted to really go over the idea of them bringing back these battle passes, because this would be the loophole that Epic Games needs in order to bring back all of these battle passes without having any sort of issue when it comes to, you're still going to upset the people who don't want these battle passes to return for whatever reason, because we got to gatekeep skins that don't mean anything, but we're not going to get into that portion right now. The point is, if we're going back to all of these different seasons, then they can bring back the battle pass as well. The whole idea is that they're only available for these individual seasons. So if they're only available during these seasons, what is stopping them from just bringing back the battle pass that is equivalent to that season? For example, the Chapter 1 Season 5 battle pass. What is stopping them from bringing that back when we get to the month where they bring back that specific season? I don't think there's anything stopping them at that point. It makes perfect sense, and this could be why they added back all the promotional art for these battle passes back into the files, or technically they were in the files already still. They just moved them into a different folder, and it might be in preparation for these specific skins. Now, that also leads me to the idea of, will they bring back skins from the season shop? I think they could as well. I think that's the same thing in this situation. I don't know if they would do that necessarily, because it's not the same thing as a battle pass, and it's a very outdated system, I guess you could say, because they only did it once 7 years ago at this point. But still, I do think that it's a possibility that skins like Renegade Raider could return. I don't exactly know. I'm not going to hold my breath for that in particular. I'm talking about mostly the battle pass system, because of course, how hard could it be? They already have a bunch of different battle pass systems. They already now have this system as well, where you have unified progression between every mode you play. It doesn't matter if you play Save the World, Battle Royale, Lego Fortnite, Fortnite Festival, Rocket Racing, the Fortnite Reload. It does not matter what you play. You will earn XP, and it will go towards every single one of the battle passes that they have currently available. And I think that having an OG battle pass for that specific season would be the perfect thing for that. Now, of course, this would not fix the problem of old battle passes entirely. This would still keep battle passes timed exclusive, so it wouldn't really fix the problem. Unless it consistently rotated every 10 months for each season, because of course each season is going to be 1 month. So if they rotated every 10 months and we went back to season 1 after season 10, for an example, and they brought back the skins as well for that period of time, then okay, maybe they could do that. But I think what they would probably do is it'll probably be Chapter 1 for a while, and then they'll go to Chapter 2. I would imagine they would do that. I really hope they don't do that, but not to go against the Chapter 2 players, but I don't want them to get rid of Chapter 1. That's really what I'm trying to say. They could also add Chapter 2 down the road, but I don't know how they're going to keep splitting the player base this much. I don't know if they would do that, and the reason they can bring back Chapter 1 OG is just because there's such a massive player base for it. I don't know if that player base exists as much for Chapter 2. I could be wrong. Maybe it does. There's a very big player base for sure. We have a lot of people playing Chapter 2's remix right now, but still, I'm just saying, I don't think it's as big as Season OG, especially because Season OG brings back a lot of players, and that's probably another reason that they're going to be doing this. But regardless, I think this is the biggest and best opportunity for them to bring back old battle passes. I don't think there's any real reason they couldn't do it at this point. First of all, there was no one ever going to sue Epic Games for doing that. You signed terms of service when you were playing the game, so you don't really own those skins anyways. So even if you said that it's false advertising, it's really not. The whole idea is that it's available during this season, during Chapter 1 Season 2, for an example, and we're going to be going back to Chapter 1 Season 2, and there's no reason not to bring back the specific battle passes during these seasons. Real quick, if you are enjoying this video, it would greatly help out if you did hit that like button down below. It helps the channel more than you might know, and I would greatly appreciate it. All right, now I don't know if they actually will do all of this, to be completely honest. Maybe they won't. Maybe it'll just be the gameplay, but it's just a nice thought to have that there's a good potential and a good opportunity, and there's a lot of things pointing in the direction that they could possibly be doing this, because it's not just the fact that they moved the promotional art into a different folder in the files, even though there's no reason to touch those files other than if they were going to use it at some point in the near future. It's not the point that they're also going back to Chapter 1 and have the best opportunity in order to do this, while also kind of treating it like a loophole, because we're technically going through those seasons again. Not only because there's a massive amount of players that are begging for it and wanting to see these old skins return, but also there were surveys not too long ago going out where they were pretty much asking if old battle pass skins should return. And then not that long after, they announced that every battle pass from this point forward will no longer be considered exclusive, because they want to be able to bring those into the item shop down the road. They're done with exclusivity for that particular reason. It's timed exclusive. You're still getting that nice timed exclusivity. And here's the thing with the battle pass too. Even when they bring back skins, you still had those skins really early. You had them for years at this point. That's the benefit right there. And maybe they didn't add the V-Bucks to that particular battle pass, for example, because it's not the most recent battle pass technically. Well, then you still have the advantage now, because you earned V-Bucks back from that, for an example, and you technically got the battle pass entirely free. There's just so much opportunity with this, and I'm very much looking forward to the idea of this. Now, again, all of this is speculation. There's no guarantee any of this will ever happen. People have been wanting battle pass skins to return for years now. I've made videos about this a couple times now, very many times, but every time I do it, it's because because we keep getting closer and closer to this idea. There's always something that changed. Either the battle pass changed in the files or a survey gets sent out. There's always something that is pushing us closer and closer to the idea of them bringing back these battle passes. And the thing I really have to say is I don't know why people defend this, because at the end of the day, FOMO is not for you. It is not for the player. It is not for the consumer. It is for Epic Games. And also, FOMO is still going to be there. I'm not saying that they're going to get rid of FOMO. FOMO makes too much money, but I don't think permanently timed exclusive FOMO, like that is entirely gone, I don't think that benefits Epic in the long run. And I think they finally realized that. That's why they changed their policy or whatever on how battle passes are going to be handled in the future. Especially now when we've had 30 seasons worth of battle passes just sitting there. If you didn't play through every single one of them, there's a lot of content sitting there that they could be selling to you. And yet, because it was timed exclusive, they can't do that. And I think if we're going back to Chapter 1, this is the perfect time. And I truly do think it could happen. We're going to have to wait. We'll see. I don't want to say in December, because in December, if we're in Season 1 of Chapter 1, well, then that's not really going to be anything. Like I said, there was no battle pass. There was just the season shop. And that's not exactly the same thing. I guess they could bring those back. They could put those skins into a small battle pass or something, but I don't know if that would be the same thing. So I'd say we'd have to wait until they get over to Chapter 1 Season 2 to see if that happens. But again, they could just go entirely gameplay-wise. There's no skins for this particular mode or anything like that. I don't know, though. Unifying all the battle passes and all the different things that they've done over the last couple months just really pushes the idea that they really want to bring back these battle passes, and they may be getting ready in order to do so. But again, don't get your hopes up. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if it did happen, it would be fantastic, not just for Fortnite players, but for all players who care about these kinds of skins, or they just don't really want to constantly feel like FOMO is this big of a deal in other games as well, because Fortnite is such a big game that all of these other companies, all these games copy Fortnite for a lot of it. I mean, Call of Duty, for example, is a big one right there. They copy everything that Fortnite does. It's kind of annoying, honestly, as a Call of Duty player who really enjoyed what Call of Duty used to be, and now they just want to copy every little individual thing that Fortnite does, especially in Warzone. Events are exactly like Fortnite. Like, God, I mean, I haven't seen an event like that in a while, but they try. It's not as good as Fortnite events, but, you know, they've tried, is what I'm trying to say. Real quick, I wanted to add this onto the end of the video, but basically, if you'll go to the Epic Games website and actually look at the Battle Pass About page, where they basically explain what the Battle Pass is and everything, the only thing that ever talks about exclusivity in this situation when it comes to Battle Passes is that it says rewards from a Battle Pass can only be earned in that season, and it will not be available in later seasons. But if we're going back to that season, well, that seems like a pretty great reason to bring back those Battle Passes, and I can't see them doing it any other way while entirely sticking with that particular line. If they wanted to stick with that, I mean, they could change that at any time. I really do believe that you sign a EULA, like I said, you're not actually owning any of these skins. I do believe that they could bring them back at any time. They could just change that if they really wanted to. But if they want to stick with that and they do not want to basically deceive their players, I guess you could say, well, then I think this is really their only way, bringing back the old seasons so that we can play through them again, while also having the opportunity to buy and grind through these old battle passes yet again. And I can say this is an incredibly exciting time to be a Fortnite player. I can tell you that much. I mean, Chapter 2 Remix, I'm not a huge fan of the collabs and all that, but the actual gameplay is alright. It's fun still. The brand new reload map is an amazing experience, especially playing solo. I actually can have a solo game now. I really like the new map. They brought back all these OG POIs like Paradise Palm, Shifty Shafts, Lazy Links. That's a big one right there. I really do love Lazy Links. Just those original Chapter 1 Season 5 POIs. And soon we're going to be getting Chapter 6 with Chapter 1 on top of that. That sounds like an exciting time. Also, from what I've heard, they might even add a brand new game mode like they did last year, where they have Lego Fortnite Rocket Racing, Fortnite Festival. They might add another game on top of that. So it is a pretty exciting time to be a Fortnite player. I will definitely say that, especially with the idea that Chapter 5 is behind us, because I do not want to ever play Chapter 5 again. We don't need to bring that back in the future. The only thing good about Chapter 5, in my opinion, is the Battle Pass skins, because I do like some of the Battle Pass skins, but other than that, not a huge fan of anything they really did in Chapter 5 gameplay-wise. But regardless, we're not going to go into that. We're looking into the future, and the future is looking pretty good when it comes to Fortnite. But either way, what do you guys think about this? Do you think they will bring back old Battle Passes, or do you think it's just going to be the gameplay like we saw in Season OG? There's no old Battle Passes returning. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And if you guys enjoyed this video, a like would be greatly appreciated. If you're new here and you like videos like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day.